Good morning, everybody, and welcome. Welcome. I'm Jessa Zinn. I'm the founder of the Zinn Method, and I'm so glad you're here this morning. We are talking about why we don't always want to just focus on strengthening our core. I want you to have a strong core. Having a strong core is really important to low back support, to postural support. However, there's something that needs to come before we start doing more and more core exercises and more and more difficult core exercises. And that's releasing our diaphragm. So the diaphragm, the thoracic diaphragm, because we have other diaphragms in the body, is a muscle that is responsible. It's the muscle of our breath. And gratefully, we're using it because we're here, we're alive, we're breathing. But the way we use it helps to set us up for success or failure in other areas of our life. So if our diaphragm is tight and restricted, and for most of us it is in some way or another, and the good news is that it can be tight and restrictive, and yet we're still getting the benefits of not just breath, but the other structural benefits that come along with a healthy diaphragm. And that's what we want to improve upon. We want to improve upon what are the benefits of a healthy diaphragm. Activated and well-used diaphragm. So we're going to work with the strap and the Pilates ball today, a half-deflated Pilates ball. Because when our diaphragm is working well, it descends on the inhalation, and in that descension, our ribs expand laterally, which helps to release the muscles of the neck, helps to release the muscles of the shoulder. We're not using what we call the accessory muscles to breathe. And it builds what's called intra-abdominal pressure, which is important for bringing low back support. That intra-abdominal pressure also draws the pelvic floor up, so it creates pelvic floor stability, and it also centrates the hips. So it helps to bring your femur bone slightly inward in an inner rotation so that we have better centration of our hip, better loading into our legs. So I don't want you to get overwhelmed with that language. What I want you to know instead is that when we work with a more functioning diaphragm, when we bring more awareness into this muscle, it helps to stabilize our core, stabilize our back, improve our posture. And if we don't start from that place and we are tight in this area and we layer our exercises over that tightness, we're not getting to the foundation. And we're working against our own mechanisms with our own effort. So let's start with mapping. In the Zinn method, we always look to increase awareness before release so that we have a sense of somatic sense into what we're releasing, build that education, and understand our patterns, our movement patterns better. Good morning, everybody. I see the waves. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. So with a yoga strap, with a bathrobe strap, it doesn't really matter. Bring your arms out in front. And just some mobilization of the shoulders. Pull the shoulder blades together and draw the shoulder blades away. And as you're doing this, are you moving from the ribs? So stabilize through your ribs as you draw the shoulder blades in and as you pull the shoulder blades away. So scapula movement, shoulder blade movement. Good. And now keeping hold of your strap, make the strap as wide as you need to. Bring your arms up. And again, we're just mapping here, but there's always a therapeutic aspect to mapping. But can you bring the arms up without popping the ribs, without moving into rib extension? So again, bring your arms up and notice How far do they come before the ribs have to make a move? 2 more. Noticing if it gets easier. Again, mapping is its own therapeutic release, but we do it to build awareness. It's great that it has the impact of releasing, but we do it to build the awareness, to have a sense of where are we starting from. Good. And release. So take note, how far up were you able to go before the ribs needed to come into play? And now with your half deflated Pilates ball, go ahead and bring it right between the ribs, so right at the xiphoid process. So map your fingers, walk your fingers across the coastal margin here of the ribs. Find that soft center place above the navel center. Welcome everybody. I see you. Thanks for joining. Happy Monday. And begin to drape yourself over the ball. Now, if this is very intense, deflate the ball more. If you don't have a ball with you today, do not worry. You can use a pillow of some sort. And then go ahead and stack your fists. Release your forehead onto the fists. And I want you to invite your breath. Inhale deeply into the ball. And exhale, really allow the ball to sink into the tissues. And again. Now, the first time you do this, it's very shocking how intense this is. It can be very shocking to feel how you feel it in your back body, how much tension is revealed across your back. And breathe. This is the whole release today. So just scan the body as you're here. Inhale. Pressing into the ball with the breath. Exhale, releasing, really receiving the density, the shape, the feel of the ball, not just into the front body, but into the back body. It's quieter work. As you scan the body, look for places that you're holding, perhaps in the jaw, perhaps in the throat. So go ahead and swallow and make sure your throat is open, even in this position. And then check the glutes. Are you gripping the glutes? Are you gripping your abdominals, your quads, your hamstrings, your feet? And just note. And then with the breath, invite release, invite space. Inhale again, actively into the ball. Dissension of the belly, and then exhale, really releasing, feeling how those tissues drape. And as you stay here, you'll see in my body, you get a little bit more space, like I'm sinking deeper. So I've released some of that outer armature, and I'm able to sink into the ball and get more of my shape around the ball and receive more of the shape of the ball as well. And now keeping the forehead down, take one hand and reach forward and back. So you're dragging the hand forward and back. Imagine you're swimming, breathing all the while. Change sides. If at any point it becomes too intense, game over. This is not about pushing past our edges. This is about learning our patterns, learning about our restrictions, and then coming up to our edge. But being mindful, being conscientious about not moving past. 2 more, left arm, reaching, breathing. Good, last one. And then last release, you're just gonna rock the right hip to the right and rock the left hip to the left. So back and forth. So we're mobilizing the tissues side to side, opening up the diaphragm, releasing tension, creating awareness. And this facilitates posture, this facilitates core activation, this facilitates support in the low back, support in the pelvic floor, support in the hips. We get all of that from a healthy diaphragm. Good. And release. Come up onto your hands and knees. Move the ball out of the way. Come into child's pose. And let's come into a twist. So bring your right arm underneath and just really focus on that rotation of the thorax. Drop the forehead, releasing any tension, any holding in the neck. Breathing, breathing, breathing. Use the breath as its own tool, so you expand the ribs with the breath. And then exhale, come back center, and bring the left arm underneath. And really press into that right hand, reach with the left, find rotation through the tissues, through the ribs, through the thorax. Use the breath as a means to expand the ribs. And exhale. Beautiful. Come up, back up. Let's grab the strap again. Remapping. Seeing what we've created, what change has happened. Opening up and just notice how much easier that arm movement is. So how by just opening up the diaphragm, we've made change throughout the arms. We've made change through the patterns of our posture. Good. And now finishing with an activation to stabilize the release. Come onto your back. And remember, we began with those scapula movements. We're going to do them here, but on the floor. So reach for the ceiling, pull the shoulder blades together. Reach for the ceiling, pull the shoulder blades together. 2 more. So we're activating those rhomboid muscles. And last one, stay here. And now, as if there's a wall right behind your fingers and thumb, reach into that wall. Feel those the muscles in your side body activate. The serratus anterior muscles activate. The lats. And release. Thank you so much for joining today and resetting your week. I look forward to seeing you again next week. And if you have any questions, please DM me. I'm always happy to answer anything that comes up for you. And if you're interested in more in-depth information like this, how to assess our patterns, how to release, join me in the Zinn method. We do this every week live, and I look forward to hearing from you. Talk soon. Have a great day, everybody.